no matter what you believe as far as the future of crypto, this particular token, whatever gets hyped up, just like penny stocks, whatever's getting hype built around it, there is chances to make money. Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. My name is Adam, and in this video we are going to be discussing a token that has been mentioned more than any other token or any other stock really in my comments. The community seems to be really getting behind this thing, and I mentioned them a couple weeks back on a list of tokens that I was digging, and the token that I am talking about today is Bonfire. We're going to talk about who they are, what they're about, their current momentum, what I like about them, what I don't like about them, and stay tuned to the very end to see if I would buy them or not. People are really digging this one, and before you say scam this or scam that, because there are always those people in the comments, you have to admit this: there is money in momentum. No matter what you think about the coin, whatever, the money that is being spent on it and the money that you can make on it is real. And Bonfire is gaining momentum, therefore they are gaining people profits. When we say something has value, then we give it that value. Bonfire is a deflationary token similar to Safemoon, as most of you watching this are probably already familiar. It even says right here, the static reward system is a concept that was pioneered by reflect.finance and popularized by Safemoon. But if you're unaware, they dabble in something called tokenomics, meaning every time you buy or sell, a fee or a tax is charged to the buyer or seller. It's a 10% tax for all transactions. 5% of that fee sends tokens to the liquidity pool, and the other 5% is distributed to other holders. Therefore, it incentivizes you to stick around and hold, because you will only gain more tokens as people buy or sell. And at the same time, the value will increase because there are always less and less tokens. Like Safemoon, Bonfire has a supply of 1 quadrillion, or like I like to say in finance terms, shit ton. It says that 372 trillion tokens are burned, or 37.3% of the total supply. Now, I can only assume that that number is higher now because that was the number at the time whenever they were writing the new white papers. So obviously it's had to have gone up a little bit since then, so I don't know if that's the exact number or not, or how accurate that is. People are flocking into this thing. As you can see, you can look at this jump in the price just over the past week or so, and remember, this thing is not even a month old. So the momentum is starting to build, and right now they only have around 134,000 holders, which, if you're a numbers person, that's only around 9% of the holders of Safemoon. Math. Which is a good thing, because you can still get in really early. If we the people designate Bonfire as the next big crypto. We determine what the next big crypto is going to be, and say it with me, folks, there is money in momentum, no matter what you believe as far as the future of crypto, this particular token. Whatever gets hyped up, just like penny stocks, whatever's getting hype built around it, there is chances to make money. And we're going to talk more about that momentum and where that thing is going, so stick around for a few minutes. But let's look at a couple things first, and one thing that's just an aggravation. Here's the roadmap for Bonfire. There's a lot of stuff on here, and I'm sure it's all great stuff, but there's a couple of things that stand out to me. And well, let's start with the first one. I don't like things like the merchandise launch being on here. I really don't care about your merchandise as an investor. I'm sure your hat is fantastic. Hell, I've even got merchandise. Make sure to check that out. And while you're at it, make sure you click on the links in the description for some great things, and remember to subscribe. I know I'm summing up their merchandise thing because I think they have some other charity stuff going on that's going to be kind of ingrained into that fabric of the merchandise. It's all good, but you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't care about your merchandise as far as your roadmap to success for this coin. The merchandise thing should be a given. What it feels like is a filler on that roadmap just to have something in place. They're just trying to make it look as busy as possible. And then stuff like right here for 2022, the secret project. I hate that kind of thing, because do you have a project? Do you really? Or are you just attaching the word secret to it so you don't have to talk about it? I'm not trying to throw shade, and it's not a game changer for me. It's just more of an annoyance. If you have a big project, don't call it the secret project with some weird font to make it stand out. Give us something. One of the main concerns nowadays is rug pulls. That's basically where those developers could skip out with that liquidity, leaving people unable to trade those tokens, hence pulling the rug out from under you. Here under the security part of their white pages, the liquidity pool tokens for Bonfire are permanently locked in the zero address, meaning that the developers cannot pull the rug on the market, and the pancake swap market will always have liquidity in it. The ownership has also been renounced. The ownership of the Bonfire smart contract has been passed to the zero address, meaning that nobody can change the settings of the contract, since calculating a private key for the zero address is impossible. They were audited by Desert Finance pretty much as soon as they went live, and the results fared pretty good. Now, I will say I am not versed enough in audits and the different companies that does them to know how good or bad a company's audit is, meaning I don't know how more or less thorough Desert is as compared to Certic. The audit didn't expose anything crazy, which is obviously a good thing, but it did confirm what I was mentioning above as being accurate. Now let's talk about that momentum. I certainly like the direction that Bonfire is heading, and I will consider buying right now during this run-up that they're having. And I like this momentum. It was running down a little bit, but then it started spiking back up. And the more that people like myself make videos about it, it's only going to gain in hype and get more and more traction. And you can see the volume is moving upward. It seems like every single hour. I think this thing has legs and could grow a lot more and could have a much higher run up. Now, could it consolidate at any point and drop back down? Yeah. But with the amount of holders that it has, not even 150,000. And we're looking at 9% of the holders that Safemoon has. I think that this is there's a very good chance that a lot of those Safemoon holders could also pick up some Bonfire tokens at the same time, and we could be looking at a very early time to get in. Now, as with any of these tokens and just crypto in general, you're always going to see some big swings up and down because it's just super volatile. But with Bonfire, I think we are not late to the game on this one, and this one you could see this one continue to push up a great deal. Just my opinion. But I believe it's going to be based a lot around that hype and the marketing that surrounds it, and especially the free PR that people like myself are giving it. My only concern with not necessarily Bonfire, but just all these tokens that's coming to the market because we're getting so saturated, my concern would be this. Are people going to pile money into something and then get burned? If so, what's the likelihood of them coming back and piling more money into something else? What if we keep on labeling things the next Safemoon, the next big crypto, the next whatever? Are people going to become callous to hearing that and just roll their eyes and say, you know what, I'm good. I'm going back to Coke, AT&T, Apple, whatever, and they get sick of they get sick of getting burned trying to hit that next big lottery ticket, that big lottery ticket crypto. Because there are thousands and thousands of tokens now. In my opinion, it has a feeling that a lot of people have lost money in the stock market, and now they've came to the crypto side trying to get those losses back, and they're trying to get them back quick, and they are investing in these risky altcoins, and it's just my hope. And I really, really hope people don't get too risky and just lose even more in this crazy volatile market. Only invest what you are willing to lose. If you're curious about Safemoon and some other tokens, make sure to check out these videos. There should be some videos above my shoulders right now. As always, I hope those tokens go to the moon. I hope you stay safe, and I hope everyone out there takes care.